Sports Center.
Hi there, I'm Chris Berman. We got a lot of games to cover, so let's get to it. In our first game this week, we had the Cowboys squeak to a 1-point victory. The Seahawks lost this one, but will stay at number 3 in the NFC West. Number 10 had a stellar game, but all said and done, his performance wasn't enough to lift his team to a victory. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Raiders pick up their 6th win of the year. Number 82 hauled in over 150 yards receiving and helped his Ravens beat the Steelers. Right by Lady Liberty in New York, we had the Jets decisively win by 17 points. Patriots, Giants. Number 22 is taking a look at the defense behind the quarterback at his own 14-yard line. Whoop! There he goes with a beautiful spin. Celebrate a touchdown. The Patriots go on to win this by the final score of 36-24. Up at Invesco Field at Mile High, we had the Broncos come away with a brutal 18-point victory. The Titans got 300-plus yards from their offense in their victory at the RCA Dome. The Jaguars won on the road and end their season on a high note. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris. Let's switch gears and talk about players that'll have new homes in the National Football League, as free agency continues to play such a huge role in determining a team's makeup. This guy is going to find himself with a new club, and he'll be in a new tax bracket, too. 3 years, $2.8 million. Jackson got snatched up as well, and he signs a 2-year contract with the Raiders. This guy will be on the move. You see it there. He'll be getting a nice little payday, too. 4 years, $2.9 million. This guy is on the move as well, as he signs a 3-year contract with the Seahawks.
The Panthers lost this one, but will stay at number 1 in the NFC South. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Boomer, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary Report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. This guy sticks out on this list as one of the more costly injuries. A hairline fracture of the arm is the initial report, and the doctors are saying he'll be out for the rest of the regular season. In front of you, we've got the NFC list. And as you can see, they could form their own MASH unit. This guy might be the biggest loss on this list. Knee tendonitis is the report. He'll be out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs.
'49ers, Browns. Number 2, Bark signals at the 24-yard line. Do they go to the end zone here? Takes a little extra time at the snap. Good pocket, slings it. And a perfect timing pattern for a touchdown. The 49ers win this one by the final score of 24-20. Number 29 stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. Allen had a ton of sacks and helped his Bills beat the Eagles. In a long-standing NFC rivalry, we had the Rams pick up their 11th win of the year. And in our final game, we had the Dolphins come away victorious.
All right, Boomer, thanks. All right, folks, our playoff picture has now been officially finalized. So let's take a look at it now, shall we? We'll begin with a look at the AFC. Meanwhile, let's take a look at how things stand over in the NFC. So the playoff matchups are set in stone, and we should have a few games that put the Wild into Wild Card Weekend. And that'll do it from here. Chris, let's send it back over to you.
And then there were 12, the playoffs, right around the corner, which means it's time for our regular season awards. But first, my primetime players. The final round of game balls go to these Warriors, each with a standout performance in the final game of the regular season. All right, as promised, here's a look at this year's best of the best, our season-ending NFL awards. Number 16, without a doubt, is going to take home the hardware in this one. You see the numbers on your screen, but numbers really don't tell the whole story. Leadership, work ethic, love of the game, that's what truly makes him stand out. He had, without question, the best year of anyone. I'm Chris Berman. Well, let's get straight to the action. In our first game this week, we had the Giants come away with a 7-point win. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey? And last but not least, we had the Jaguars come away victorious. So before we embark on some serious Super Bowl hype, let's look back and dole out a few game balls for our primetime players from today's conference championships. 32 teams kicked things off back in September, each having this game as their ultimate goal. Only 2 teams remain. One team will stand alone as champions of the National Football League.